So we got a huge fight coming up July 5th. Lyoto Machida versus Chris Weidman. That's a pretty dynamic fight, man. How do you see that fight going down?
Well, just for anybody who listens to this, I'm Jupiter Rock One. So if y'all have listened to any of our other videos, you know who I am. Dude, that fight. Let me tell you something. I really don't. I really can't lean towards any one particular guy because on one side, Lyoto Machida is one of my favorite fighters ever.
Right.
You know, he's an amazing, you know, person, I think, and fighter, the things he's accomplished in his life, the fact that he's the real deal. It's funny to me how, like, I should say funny, it's just interesting to me how life can imitate art sometimes, and how, you know, Lyoto's father was a karate master, his brothers you know, his older brothers were, you know, his, I should say, the ones that, you know, the guys that came before him and trained under his father and then him because he's the youngest. And his father had his own dojo out in Brazil and everything like that. I mean, it's very, very eerily similar to, you know, Ryu from Street Fighter. I mean, you know, not being funny, but it's true though. There's such a distinction between a fictional character and a real life man, you know, that fights in professionally around the world. I mean, think about it. He fights all around the world like a world warrior.
Right.
Anyway. What's important is the fact that Lyoto Machida is an amazing fighter. You know, he's a former light heavyweight champion of the world. You know, he gave John Jones a run for his money before he got caught. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, Shogun Rua beat him.
No.
He had two. In my opinion, Lyoto Machida only has 2 defeats on his record, legitimate defeats. That's the KO from Rua, and that's the, you know, choke out from
John Jones.
John Jones, right? Because that Rampage decision and that Phil Davis decision to me were baloney.
Right.
Now, especially the
Davis.
Not Davis. The Rampage one. That was ridiculous. The Davis Machida fight was a little more closer because, you know, Davis did his thing and he also, you know, he took him down and stuff like that.
Right.
But I think Lyoto, in my opinion, edged him out a little bit. But Davis got the decision. So, like I said, in my eyes, Lyoto he only has two real defeats in his career. That's amazing. You know, that's like, you know, GSP level, Anderson level. He's one of those elite fighters, man.
Oh yeah, no doubt. And
now go ahead, man.
Oh, I was just gonna say that it took a little while, you know, for Chris Weidman to grow on me, but I'll say now that he's, you know, officially, you know, grown on me, and I think man, I'm gonna be totally honest. There's nothing wrong with being honest. I'm gonna be, you know, I'm gonna be rooting for Lyoto. But I think it's a tough fight to call. I think even style-wise, I think the styles are gonna clash in the fight, and I really just can't call it, man. Like you said, I really can't. It's really tough, man.
Yeah. All right. Now this is what I think. I think that. Look, I think you think Weidman is going to beat his ass eventually because of what he did to Silva. You know, I like Weidman a lot too. Actually, Weidman, he's on my, you know, I'm on his Instagram, and I see a lot of stuff that he posts in his training. You know what I mean? The guy trains his ass off, and he's a likable guy. You know, Chris Weidman would be a cool guy to meet.
Right.
And my friend, you know, our friend Cuevas who lives up in you know, New York City, New York, got to train with Chris Weidman because he's a mixed martial artist in jiu-jitsu, and he did a camp, and he has pictures with Weidman and whatnot, and he actually, you know, and I was talking to him about him. I was like, you know, since you actually, you know, got to be physical with the guy, what are your opinions on him? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And he expressed to me that he's like, yeah, Chris Weidman is legit. He's strong because he demonstrated on him like the moves during the seminar, and he was telling me that he goes like basically that he wouldn't want to get hit by the guy.
Yeah, I can see that. But
he's strong, dude. He's strong.
But as far as I think how the fight's going to play out, I think that I really don't think that I mean, there's a possibility that Lyoto might get caught, but I think this fight's going to go the distance. I don't know how the judges are going to see it, though.
What do you think the advantages that he's like? What are the advantages each fighter has?
To me, I think that Lyoto, his ground game, and the way how his ring generalship, along with the way how he controls distance, I think that's like top notch.
Right.
So, and as far as Weidman, man, I think Weidman, good striking, good kicks. He has a very good ground game, good wrestling. But man, we all know though, man, Lyoto.
Power.
Yeah, power. Lyoto rarely gets taken down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rarely. I mean, out of his whole career, he's been taken down like what, 2 or 3 times at the most. I mean, you might know more. Yeah.
He's got very strong legs.
Yeah.
Like one thing about him now, like his physique now at middleweight, dude. This is what I'm saying. Lyoto Machida is in his prime form right now at 6 years old.
I know, right?
This man has reached his prime on 36 years old without any TRT type, nonsense or anything like that. Not that I'm hating on the guys that have done that, because I'm really not.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we've all seen TRT belt for him. He's a sight to behold. But anyway, man, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, Lyoto, prime form at 36 years of age, which is amazing. And not only that, he has all that experience, like you mentioned, all the stuff that he's done.
Right.
But his legs are very, very strong. Like when he kicks, there's pictures of him. Like when he kicked Mark Munoz's head off.
Yeah.
You could see his thighs and stuff like that. Dude, all of that was muscle.
Right.
And I mean, in kick motion, I was like, look at that guy's leg. I don't see soccer players that have that kind of definition around their thighs. Then they have strong legs, but that dude, that's the only reason that I think that Weidman might have a tough time taking him down, even if he got a hold of him.
Yeah. It's a very interesting fight, man. Being that it's so close, man, I really just can't wait. But what was your reactions when you heard that Chael Sonnen got fired for failing drug tests?
Oh man, I don't really know what to say about it. I mean,
did he completely get fired from commentating and fighting altogether, or?
Well, no. I didn't hear anything about him getting fired from his Fox analyst gig.
Oh, okay.
From what I understand, they're very fond of him and love Chael over there, so he's making a good living over there doing that,
But technically, he was still fighting, right? And they gave him like some random drug test, and he failed it.
Well, he already retired,
uh-huh.
And they gave him some other tests, and he took the test, and they claimed that they found traces of human growth hormone and some other, banned substances and things of that nature. But I haven't heard an official statement from Chael. I mean, I don't know. He could be guilty of sin for all I know. And he hasn't said anything immediately. Who knows what I mean, come on. He's Chael, the American gangster. You expect him to be honest? I mean, doesn't he hasn't he made a character out of himself being
Right.
this is I think what's funny talking about Chael is remember the whole Dan Henderson got hurt Chael to fight John Jones drama,
Right.
and then they canceled the event because John refused to fight Chael on those
Yeah,
seven.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay, well, John's a pretty smart guy. He's like, you know what, man? We kind of like him in his camp. He's like, we think that they probably set that up. That Dan might have been hurt a lot, longer than he like proclaimed. And the whole time, Chael's been training to try to fight you and beat you, right? And John brought that up, but Chael, like, he never like commented on it and said anything like, wait, but that was a suspicion of John's, right? So they, Chael and him fight and all that, and obviously he beat Chael's ass.
Right.
And then one night, like months later, on the UFC show on Fox that Chael was doing the analyst, he was talking, I believe, to what's his name, the other commenter on there,
Brian Stan.
Not Mike Stan, the other guy. Damn it. I think he's like a welterweight fighter. Damn it. He slipped my mind right now. He's talking to him, and he said something like, he's like, and Chael goes, and he looks right into the camera, too. He's like, it kind of reminds me of that one time that me and Dan Henderson tried to set up John Jones. And when he said that, bro, when I told you I fell out, I fell out. And he said that because I instantly knew what he was talking about. And I couldn't believe that he just said that on TV. And I was like, Chael's a piece of work, dog.
Man, I'm gonna miss Chael, man.
Yeah, you know what?
He took a lot of tough challenges, man. I gotta commend him for that.
Dude, Chael has a reputation for his own, and you're right. He's the guy that fought everybody, wasn't scared of nobody, and that's a rarity in the fight game, right?
Yeah, not just the UFC, but his boxing as well, So I gotta commend him, man.
And they say that, well, you know what, man? You know what's gonna hurt that is that people gonna say, yeah, man, he was cheating all along. Okay, and you know what? Maybe there's some truth to that. But go look at all these other freaking, like, Arnold Schwarzenegger looking UFC fighters, and you tell me they're just doing push-ups every night. Look, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, look at these guys. I mean, Anderson Silva, you can look at him and tell he ain't on no damn. He just has a lanky body made for fighting. That he's actually sculpted for fighting. He earned that, his ability and everything.
Yeah.
But let's think of some people like, well, obviously, look at Dan Henderson. He's always been ripped.
What about what do you think about Vitor Belfort?
Belfort obviously was on steroids. Come on, son.
Yeah, but I mean, what about now though?
Well, now that they're testing big time, obviously he's not doing it, especially if he intends on competing. I don't believe that he's. I mean, I don't know. Who knows? He might have saw that Chael episode and been like, "Oh shit." You know what I mean?
Damn.
I don't know what's up with him. I mean, come on. Everybody, even Chris Weidman questioned Vitor Belfort. Everyone looks at Vitor and goes, yeah, uh-huh.
Man, Vitor's a rip shredded motherfucker, man.
That guy's a beast now, man.
What about Hector Lombard?
Obviously, another guy. I mean, come on. You gonna tell me that he's doing push-ups and crunches somewhere?
Hey, he's a bad mofo though.
He is. You know what? He didn't start off against Tim Bosch very well. He shouldn't have lost that fight, but he did because he's won every fight since.
Yeah.
And he's injured right now.
Oh, damn, that sucks.
Well, you know what? He's the fight he was supposed to have just got canceled because he got hurt in training.
Damn.
Yeah, I know.
That
but
sucks.
Could be a blessing in disguise for his ass because think about it, Jay. He just saw that Chael Sonnen, debacle too, and probably like, oh shit.
Probably.
Look at him.
So what's up with this? I mean, are they doing this shit mandatory now, or how's this shit working now?